In the distant future, humanity had spread across the stars, colonizing planets and establishing powerful alliances. But as empires rose, so too did their enemies. A new threat loomed on the horizon, and the Galactic Council convened to discuss how to counteract it. News had emerged of a formidable alien force known as the Drakthar, a race known for their ruthless efficiency and advanced technology. As the council debated, a peculiar report came in from a small outpost on the fringes of the galaxy. Commander Arya Voss, a seasoned officer with a reputation for unorthodox strategies, had submitted a proposal to deploy a seemingly trivial battalion dubbed the Tiny Army. The name elicited laughter from the delegates, who could hardly believe that such a diminutive force could stand against the Drakthar. "You can't be serious, Commander," sneered General Tharok of the Zorath Empire. "What are you proposing, a parade?" Arya stood firm, her gaze unwavering. "This tiny army comprises elite human soldiers, each equipped with cutting-edge technology and trained for guerrilla tactics. Underestimate them at your peril." The laughter continued, but Arya remained undeterred. She knew what her soldiers were capable of. Each member of the tiny army had undergone rigorous training, pushing the limits of human endurance and intellect. They were not just soldiers, they were a team of specialists, skilled in sabotage, reconnaissance, and psychological warfare. As the council dismissed her proposal, Arya made her way back to the outpost, a sense of determination fueling her steps. She gathered her team, which consisted of just 50 soldiers, each one hand-picked for their unique talents. There was Corporal Zane, a master hacker, Lieutenant Mira, an expert in stealth, and Sergeant Jax, the team's combat strategist. Their mission was clear: infiltrate a Drakthar supply depot located on a nearby planet and sabotage their resources. If they could cripple the enemy's supply lines, they might buy time for the larger galactic fleet to organize a counteroffensive. As the tiny army prepared for their mission, skepticism from the council still echoed in Arya's mind. But she knew her soldiers didn't need validation from the high-ranking officials. They were ready, and they had something to prove. The journey to the target planet was swift, facilitated by their small, agile spacecraft. As they approached the planet's atmosphere, Arya initiated the descent, her mind focused on the task ahead. The tiny army was small, but they were fiercely committed to their cause. Once they touched down, the team moved quickly and quietly, employing their training to navigate the alien terrain. Mira led the way, her instincts honed to detect any potential threats. Zane, plugged into the ship's systems, provided real-time data and analysis, guiding them toward the depot. The Drakthar base was heavily guarded, with sentries patrolling the perimeter and drones surveying the area from above. Most teams would have opted for a frontal assault, but Arya's strategy relied on misdirection. They split into pairs, each tasked with creating diversions, while others infiltrated the heart of the depot. As the plan unfolded, chaos erupted at the base. Zane hacked into the security systems, creating false alarms and disabling cameras. Drakthar soldiers scrambled, confused and disoriented. It was a beautiful display of how the tiny army could turn the tide using cunning and strategy. While most of the Drakthar forces were distracted, Jax and Mira slipped inside the supply depot. They moved through the shadows, utilizing every lesson learned from their rigorous training. Jax planted explosives while Mira gathered critical intelligence on the Drakthar's operations. Time was of the essence. Arya coordinated the teams through the comms, ensuring that each diversion was timed perfectly. As the minutes ticked away, the atmosphere crackled with tension. This was a race against time, and failure was not an option. Finally, with the charges set, Jax gave the signal. The tiny army retreated to a safe distance. The resulting explosion lit up the night sky, a fiery testament to their successful mission. They had crippled the Drakthar's supply lines, and Arya knew it was only the beginning. As they made their way back to their ship, a Drakthar patrol stumbled upon them. Outnumbered, the soldiers braced for combat. But the tiny army had one more trick up their sleeve. Zane had anticipated this and set up a perimeter defense system that activated as soon as the Drakthar approached. Blinding flashes of light and disorienting sounds erupted around them. The Drakthar, caught off guard, faltered. The tiny army seized the moment, launching a swift counterattack. They moved with precision, using their superior training to outmaneuver their larger opponents. One by one, they took down the enemy soldiers, their laughter now replaced with disbelief. By the time they boarded their ship, the once mocked tiny army had accomplished what many believed to be impossible. They had not only disrupted the Drakthar supply chain, but also demonstrated the resilience and ingenuity of human soldiers. Back at the Galactic Council, news of their success spread like wildfire. The delegates who had laughed at Arya's proposal now watched in awe as she stood before them, the leaders of the tiny army behind her, their faces a mixture of pride and determination. General Tharok, who had once ridiculed Arya, now offered her a salute. "Perhaps we underestimated your soldiers, Commander. Humanity has shown us that size does not dictate strength." Arya smiled, knowing that the tiny army had proven its worth. They were a testament to what humanity could achieve when pushed to the brink. With newfound respect and recognition, they prepared for the larger battles that lay ahead, ready to defend their place in the galaxy. In that moment, they were not just a small battalion, they were a symbol of hope, a reminder that humanity, no matter how small the force, would always fight back against tyranny.